All right, we are back in Wouter's beautiful kitchen. Hey, hey.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
So very well. Thank you for having me. Thank you for making me food. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to last. I'm running out of friends who are willing to cook for me now, you know.
Well, you not just start over again?
I'll just start over. I'll go back to the start. Yeah, definitely. So we have got all our ingredients out and ready within a hand's grasp. That's not saying, is
It's scattered all over the kitchen.
Scattered around.
So some is over there, some is over there.
All of the sides.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got your ingredients out yet, now would be the time to go back, check the intro video and get everything out and ready. Equipment-wise, currently we just have a nice chopping board out, we've got our blender out, and we're gonna dive straight in. What's up first, Wouter?
So we're making pasta.
That's right. In case you forgot.
Burritos, and the very first thing we want to do is turn on the oven.
Preheat our ovens.
Because all the rest of it is all quite easy, but we want to just make sure that this one is just going.
So what temp are we preheating that to?
220.
220?
Yeah,
Very
casual
nice.
220. We're going to make the rice first, because the rice is going to go into the oven for like 45 minutes. And the rest of it is just us chopping, having a good old laugh. I don't know, talking about our history.
Them that we're going to have a good old laugh. The pressure's on.
I know. So that's what we're going to do first.
Yeah.
I'm going to take one more sip of my tea.
Oh yeah, where did I put my tea? Oh yes.
Over there?
I also want to try, Wouter's got some homemade kombucha that I'm very excited to try at some point.
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
We're going to take an oven tray.
Very nice, pirate's dish.
And we have our nature rice, Rundkorn for the Germans. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to bake this rice. Now normally if you cook rice, you need like, I don't know, like 1 cup for 1 cup of rice, 1 cup of water for 1 cup of rice. But because it's going to be in the oven so long, we wanted to give it a little bit more juice.
Moisture.
So we're going to do one whatever cup you have. Right? That's what we're going to be doing.
It'll be a tiny shot glass.
I never understood this idea of the cups anyway, so we're going to do...
Get a little bit all over the side as well, that's important.
Chuck this in here.
Very good.
You did a great job already. Then we're going to put some water in here. How much water? It's about 2 cups. 2 cups of water.
So we're doing sort of a 1-to-2 ratio for this.
Well, in the end, we're going to do... The rice is going to be a 3-to-1 ratio. But a part of it is going to be bouillon. Another part is going to be the tomato mixture that we're going to make.
Yes, of course.
So we're going to put the rice away. We don't need the rice anymore. It's in here. What we're going to do with this rice in this bowl, we're going to sprinkle it with some olive oil.
Nice.
There we go. Nice some olive oil.
Good plug.
Put a bit of salt on there.
That was
7
exactly
spoons. 8?
turns of the salt.
8 turns of the salt. And now we're going to make our tomato mixture. So for our tomato mixture, okay, let me say this differently. We're going to use a bit of bouillon.
I love the way you say that.
How do you say that?
I don't know, I say bouillon.
Bouillon?
Stock? I learned French and I'm very pretentious. But bouillon sounds even more pretentious. It sounds like bougie bouillon, you know?
We're making a fancy kind of a burrito, you know? So let's make our little tomato stuff. The tomato stuff we're going to blend over here, our tomato mixture.
Nice.
Eventually we're going to put it into a little pot over here. So let's start doing that.
If people don't have a blender, could they just cut everything up really, really fine?
Yes, absolutely.
So that's an option. So we're starting with the nice white onion, topping, taling it and halving it.
I always like to give ourselves just a little bit of chopping space so that we could just immediately chuck all of this in there.
That's a nice tip actually.
Right?
Keeps it easy, keeps it clean.
So this is going to be a sort of tomatoey kind of a rice. A tomatoey kind of a rice with some bouillon, some spices, and it's going to go into the oven for 45 minutes. It's going to soak up all of these flavors, and eventually it's going to be great in your
mouth.
Yes, burrito. So we're going to chop these up. You don't need to be too precise with this because it's going to be blended anyway.
Yeah, if you're blending it, you can be rough. rough and tough. If you are not, you might want to be a little bit more fastidious.
Exactly. So I'd say we're gonna do 1 onion. Onion. We're gonna do 2 cloves of garlic in this union. Let's see.
This is some pretty professional looking knife skills you've got here, Wouter. Would you
Yeah.
like to tell us about that? Is there a reason that you seem to cut your onion very professionally?
I was a murderer. You're not referring to that.
Not that particular part of it.
All right.
No.
No, I used to be a cook back in the days.
Yes.
Like when I was a young man.
A whippersnapper. We are moving on to our garlic.
Oh yeah. So 2 cloves of garlic,
2
roughly.
cloves.
Like you can see, I'm using maybe 2.5 over here.
Yeah.
No, I used to not do so. I was not a great student in high school. So eventually I started dishwashing. And when I was dropped out of school, I eventually decided that I was going to be a cook for the rest of my life.
A professional chef.
Yeah, I was 17, I think I was. And I decided that was going to be my life fulfillment. Guess
When
what?
did you start working?
It was just like a little bar, nothing fancy, but I had a great guy who taught me how to cook. Yeah, it just was some amazing times, some amazing things that I could do while not being in school.
And it's skills like even, spoiler alert, even though you didn't go on to become a professional chef for life, they're still skills that you use for life.
Absolutely.
Because you have to eat and you might as well eat well.
I only used to be in the kitchen till I was like 21, and then I decided, you know what? Maybe I should go back to school again. So you might have heard that the water has stopped boiling.
It has.
So let's focus on that for a second. We're going to use 2 cups of this. So remember that cup that you just used for your rice. Chuck it right in there. Chuck it right in there. Double it, indeed. You know what? Because we never know exactly how much we're going to use, we're going to do like half a bit extra.
Okay.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Yeah.
You don't like this, do
And
you?
if that comes out terribly, then we'll tell people not to do that.
We got some stock. We're going to do 2 teaspoons of stock.
Yeah, so how many mils does that come out as actually?
This is like
650.
650, I'd say.
Yeah.
So stock is happening here.
It's happening.
I made a bit of a mess. Let me clean that up.
Clean as we go.
And we don't really need to really worry about this anymore. We can just sort of let that do its own funky thing.
Easy.
We're going to take a little pan in the meantime. Put this on here for just in a moment. Continuing with this tomato situation.
How are you doing? Oh yeah, of course, because everything's being blitzed. You're just roughly chopping the garlic.
Exactly.
Obviously, if not, you might want to mince it finely.
Tomato puree?
Yeah.
How much?
Who knows? You tell us.
We'll see about that. No, definitely like a
Definitely a bigger spoon.
definitely a bigger spoon. Let's see. So one spoon.
And then another spoon.
Probably another spoon. Probably another spoon.
2 spoons. 2 dessert
I'm
spoons.
gonna put another one.
You gonna put another one
I'm
in?
gonna put another- 3
spoons.
3 spoons of
One
tomato
spoon.
puree. Sort of 2.5, maybe should do it.
Very nice.
And then we only have 1 ingredient more left.
The tomatoes.
The tomatoes. Are you ready for this?
So ready. What's gonna happen? I don't know if I'm ready.
Apparently there's lots of bugs in this. You're always eating bugs when you're eating this.
Really?
Is that something you wanted to talk about in this video?
I'm intrigued about it. It's not particularly appetizing.
Apparently there's like lots of little bug legs and stuff in their tomato.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they don't really care that much to wash them out.
So
We're
blend this
blitzing.
up. Oh!
What an anticlimax.
There we go. Oh yeah. Let's that up. Looks good now?
Looks like a smoothie.
Yeah, you're gonna drink it.
Sure am. In my massive taco shell, burrito shell.
We're going to heat this up. This whole.
So that pan is still cold at the moment that you're
Yes.
pouring it into?
Yeah, it's because this will heat up really quickly.
Nice.
But we're
Heat
gonna.
up very quickly on your fancy stovetop. Anyway.
Well, let's see if it turns on.
It's showing you up now.
There we go.
Hello.
Yeah, we're just gonna turn this on. This is gonna do its thing.
What sort of temperature is that? Is that a high temperature?
Yeah, just you want it to boil it as fast as possible.
Okay.
Remember that the thing we're doing is we're trying to get this into the oven as fast as we can. Right? That's what we're doing. The rest of it is all easy.
It's not relaxing, guys. This is against the clock.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And while this is doing its thing, just try to clean your kitchen up a little bit.
Keep
You know?
everything in shape.
Because all these things, they're just gonna be in your way. You're gonna get annoyed. There we go.
It's a very handy deep drawer.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is already.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know. This is why.
It's like those hot water sulfur pools that bubble.
Yeah, make sure that you stir it. It doesn't need to really cook for a long time. It just needs to be hot.
Okay.
And then we're gonna pour it over the rice.
This is sounding delicious.
Right?
So far. I think the last time I had any kind of baked rice, a good friend of mine, her dad's Iranian, and he did some great like Persian baked rice dishes that would go kind of crispy on the bottom.
So this is. That sounds delicious.
It's delicious, but I'm very excited. I love baked rice, and I don't have any recipes that call for it in my repertoire.
We have this unit again.
The trusty cup.
And now we're noticing that we actually have way too much of this tomato sauce.
Oh, yeah, we do.
Doo-doo. So what did I say the ratio was?
You said 3 to 1.
3 to 1 fluid.
Uh-huh.
Just gonna put that over here. We're gonna do like half a bit of this. Half a bit? Yeah.
Okay, because you did do
Let's do it. Let's do half a bit.
sploosh sploosh.
Also over here.
Look at that vibrant colour.
Whoa!
That's great.
And we're gonna turn this on the side. We need this cup, of course.
I feel
I'm
this
crying
cup
a
is
bit.
going to feature heavily.
Ooh.
What was spicy in that?
No, it's not spicy. It's the onion.
Oh, yeah.
It's the onion. Then we want to use this over here. This.
Our stock, which is well dissolved.
So how much is in there now? 1.5.
1.5.
1.5. So we're gonna do 1.5 of this too. I think it's gonna work out quite nicely. There we go.
Lovely.
And half of this. There you go.
Lovely.
But that's not all that we're going to put in. Give me 1 second. We're going to put some bay leaves in there.
Yes.
2 bay leaves.
What flavour do you find that bay leaves impart in a dish?
Like rustic.
Yeah.
Rustic flavors.
Rustic flavours.
That's a good flavor,
I
no?
think that's a good description, actually, yeah.
2 bay leaves. I honestly don't know.
No.
Allspice.
Mm-hmm.
5 bits.
5 bits.
Allspice is so
Is
delicious.
it? I don't think I have any allspice in
It's
my...
it's like a funky pepper, you know? It is like a funky pepper.
I love that description. Get your funky peppers.
We got some cloves. Oh Jesus, that's too many cloves. Oh no, no
You
vampires.
did say that was going to be the motto of this dish.
I'd
Too much and too many.
say, let's say four cloves and some extra bits that were in the bottom of the jar.
Nice. Make
Right?
sure you get your extra bits from the bottom of the jar too. Yeah, because cloves are pretty pungent, aren't they? Can be quite strong.
I love them. Bit of pepper.
And must.
How many?
I didn't even count. Failed.
13.
I'd say.
13 bits of pepper. Some smoked paprika. We're going to feature this one quite a number of times.
Yeah.
Smoked paprika.
It's It's a great flavour, smoked paprika. I love your little shovel.
Isn't it cute?
Oh my goodness.
How much is this? A teaspoon?
Let's say that was half a teaspoon.
1 teaspoon. 1 teaspoon of that.
Until we've got
there we go.
A teaspoon.
1 teaspoon of that. What else do we have here? Which I said we're going to be using. Oh yeah, let's use some cayenne pepper. Also a teaspoon.
Yeah.
There we go. And
oh, this is going to be tasty.
then we give it the big old swirl.
I'll stir around. Are you happy with that liquid to rice ratio? Does that feel
I think
good to you?
I think it's good.
Yeah.
I think it's good. It's going to soak it all up nicely, but we just need to make sure that it's like a bit evenly divided.
Does it come out a lovely red colour then?
It will.
Yeah.
I love that. I found that actually quite recently. Oh, even if you cook rice, whatever you throw in there, it will just take over the color and the flavors.
Absorbs it in.
So this is good. We don't need to do anything about this anymore. We just need to put this in the oven.
Easy.
Take some aluminium foil. Cover this one up. Make sure that it's well covered because you want to have everything stay in there.
That looks like some high quality foil, if I may say.
I recently found extra strong aluminium foil. It's the best.
That's a life changer, really.
I mean, aluminium is like hella bad for the environment. So that's not. It's
not ideal.
It's not ideal. And let's chuck it into the oven.
In it goes.
Goodbye. Now we're gonna. This is 7 minutes. 7 minutes. So we're doing well. In 7 minutes, we created this situation. Then I think what we could do is make. Well, first let's clean this situation up.
Stay on top of your kitchen mess.
Exactly. What are you gonna do?
All these extras that we made.
With all the extras that we made.
Extra sauce, extra stock.
You can use this later for when you actually make pasta. This is how you do that. Just chuck it in here.
Obviously, if you're going to use it,
I know.
sauce, you'll need a little bit more cooking on it.
I know what we're going to use this for.
We're going to use it in this dish?
Yeah, actually, fuck it.
It's going back on the hob.
Yeah, sorry, we're going to use it again.
Okay, well, I hope you also put yours into a tiny pot and then put it back on the hob.
Oh man. Oh great, this is not what you had in mind, is it?
No, it's perfect.
Okay. I don't want to throw anything away, you know?
No, absolutely. I think everyone will be glad that we are putting that to good use.
What we're going to be making is our own little chili sauce.
Nice.
Right? And I think we can use this because it already has some stuff in it.
Some essential
We just got some basic chilies, but if you have some habaneros, they're really, really spicy.
Can you get them?
On the market,
Yeah.
On the market or in the bio store or something like that, you can often get those. So, what are we going to need for the chili sauce? This is something that's going to be on the stove for a little bit. Mm-hmm. We're going to need...
Many a chili. That many chilies? You're crazy. Another one?
We're going to need a couple ones later. I think this is a good amount of chilies because we're going to eventually put them into these little bottles over here. And then you can use them for wherever.
Breakfast eggs.
Oh, that's so good.
For example, that's all I can think of right now.
So what we're going to be doing is just chopping them really roughly again, because in the end we're going to put them in the blender again.
This is very exciting because Wouter's actually quite well known among our friendship group for his chili sauce.
Oh, the chili sauce.
Yeah, we've all got a little bottle of chili sauce in our fridges.
Did I make one with habanero for you guys the other? I don't know. I can't even remember.
I don't know. I don't think you revealed the secrets, so this is why I'm intrigued.
So just roughly chop them. Mm-hmm. We don't want to do anything crazy with them because in the end we're going to put them into the blender. By the way, these were 9 chilies. These were 9 pretty firm chilies.
I would say the chilies that we use in Berlin tend to not be that spicy.
Definitely.
So know your chili and adjust accordingly, I would say. And we're just chucking those chilies straight in with the tomato onion mixture.
Yeah, why not? Why
not?
It has some good flavors in it.
Let it infuse.
Then what we're going to be doing on top is we're going to chop like a small little onion maybe. Mm-hmm. Small little onion. Do we still have one?
Got it.
But we're gonna do half of it. Half of a small little onion, because this is like a chili sauce, you know, you don't need crazy. Ooh, this is not a good one.
Not even for half.
Goodbye.
Straight away.
This one is not a good one.
I kind of want to look at the bad onion.
That's why you have this little situation, you know?
Yeah.
You can just chuck it in.
Yeah, and there is already onion in the sauce, isn't there?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, there's just a little bit of onion in there.
Yeah.
This one, again, you don't need to really chop it so finely because... And this is going to be a nice little chili sauce for over your burritos.
I'm so... I would slice my fingers so badly with that chopping technique.
Yeah.
I just got a set of new super sharp knives. And
Yeah.
It's incredible.
But also incredibly dangerous because you're always used to
Yes.
having your knives be so blunt.
That's it. And I took like a sliver off my nail the first 2 times I cooked because I'm used to like cooking, putting the knife down against my nail.
Oi.
And it was so
Oi.
sharp that it took little bits off. Yeah. Gotta be careful. I'm being careful, Mum. Promise.
Oh, what's this? We got a little bit of stuff over here.
Runaway stuff.
You got some leftover stock? If
Yes,
you
do.
don't, you can just put some water in it.
It's about half a cup probably in there.
Yeah. And we're gonna chop this carrot.
The carrot that we didn't even mention in the intro.
Oh, did
video.
I not?
No, but we'll
You don't need it, but it gets some of the spice off, you know?
Fine, people will have it. It'll be in the description. And it was very prominent in the bowl in the video.
Mhm.
We just didn't talk about it.
We just didn't talk about it.
Rude.
This one we're gonna chop up maybe a little bit more finely.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna meanwhile turn the hob on because why not?
Doesn't like your finger. Is it like a...
Hey!
I thought maybe it was like an iPhone and Georgia had already programmed it to only recognize her finger.
That could be that could be a thing. So we're gonna chop up this onion. I'm losing the plot here. we're gonna chop this
orange onion.
a little bit more finely because this one will take a little bit longer to get soft in there, you know.
Mhm. So what does the carrot add to the chili sauce then? Because that's an interesting
Carrot is
addition.
always a nice flavor, but it's mostly to give it like a bit of like body, not in terms of flavor, but literally in the sauce.
Okay.
Like without adding more heat to it,
Yeah.
we want to just make sure that it's an actual sauce that runs and that it's not crazy hot.
Yeah.
So if you come over here, you can have a look.
Peek.
You could see what's roughly
Beautiful.
happening here. We just want these things to be just under.
Yeah.
Because
We're kind of going to slowly cook while we do other stuff.
exactly.
We have a lime now.
Did I not mention the lime?
Yes. But I mean, just for people who are listening to
That's
us,
good.
trying to follow what's going on.
Gonna squeeze like half a lime. How about that?
Okay.
Half a lime.
Half a lime. There's still about half the juice left in that half.
This one is boiling, and we're not gonna touch this anymore until we're heading towards the end of the show.
Okay.
All right.
Put a lid on it.
Let's do it. Let's slow boil.
Simmer it.
Simmer.
Simmer.
That's what you do.
That's it.
Well, let's have a cigarette and a beer.
This is hard work.
This is hard work. What shall we
I
make?
like
Shall we
it.
make
You
the
guys
salsa
know.
or the guacamole?
Let's do salsa.
Salsa.
I feel like we've just done a kind of salsa-y thing.
Okay.
Let's stick to the red.
So, we're gonna put the salsa in here.
So you might want to get a bowl. If you haven't been using a bowl yet, you'll want to get one out for your salsa.
Oh dear. Am I still doing my thing?
You're still going? I have no way to know that actually. Press that.
Hey.
Good.
Then we're going to need.
You said 4.
4 tomatoes.
I'm gonna try and keep you to what you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're going to start with the tomatoes. They're the base of the sauce, or of the salsa, but we're going to throw a whole bunch of other things in there.
Nice.
Because, like,
You look such a good color.
normally I would get rid of all of this goo in the middle.
Yeah, you'd get rid of the seeds usually.
I would normally do it, but because we want it to be a bit like wet. Is that how you say it about
Sure.
things? I want the ingredients to be a bit wet.
We like a wet salsa.
Exactly.
So you're just cutting out the stalk part for now. Is that because? So I've heard that's because that's where pesticides tend to.
I don't know.
Yeah,
If you
is that
you
right?
look over here, it's just like it just goes in a bit. I don't know
Yeah.
exactly. Also, it's not. I don't know if you've ever tasted this bit.
It's not that tasty, is it?
It's just like hard and bitter.
So you cut it out more for flavor reasons.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, good to know.
How are we gonna chop this?
How are we going to chop them?
Well, maybe we're gonna chop it in half, like this,
Go across.
because we want it to be nice, little, even Steven cubes.
Yeah.
Which is always a bit tricky with tomatoes. Like
It
I'm not
is,
gonna lie to you.
If you don't have a beautifully sharp knife right now, you might be having a terrible time. But we learned the trick from Seb, which is use a serrated knife. Use your bread knife.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's a great tip,
And,
actually.
then it works like a charm.
Also, in the end, we're gonna mush it a little bit. So if you got
Okay.
uneven chunks, it's
Don't
not
worry
such a
about
big deal.
Your uneven chunks are just fine.
So
what kind of food were you learning how to cook during your brief?
mostly the basics. Like when I got into that kitchen, I didn't know how to bake an egg. You know, that's been the only thing I could do. So this guy taught me. Well, every Tuesday and Thursday, I think I just went into the kitchen there Tuesday morning, and then he'd say, "Okay, today we're gonna do rice, and we're gonna make all the variations of rice. We're gonna bake it, we're gonna boil it, we're gonna, I don't know, steam it, whatever things you could do. We're gonna flavor it, and then by the end of the day, I had to do some homework, and then I got my rice
Certificate.
certificate. Absolutely."
Wouter can now cook rice. It's official.
Yeah, but once you know how to do that, it sounds so stupid, but if you don't know how to cook, and I didn't know how to cook at that point,
No,
these
it's
things
really-
were amazing to know.
I honestly could still do with a course in how to cook rice. Like I still fail quite regularly with that.
I'm gonna throw in a cheeky 2-3 allspice in there as well.
Okay. Put some allspice into the chili sauce.
Yeah, just a little bit. But so this kitchen, it was not high cuisine whatsoever. So we just cooked like literally like pastas and stuff, like a French cuisine and Italian cuisine,
Yeah.
and maybe a funky noodle dish here and there every once in a while. 4 is a lot of tomatoes.
Are you regretting your?
I think I'll be fine, but for the purpose of what we're doing, we don't
We didn't
need
need
that much. But then again, it depends on how big your tomatoes are. Like these are
True.
these are some bastards. They are.
Massive bastards. Look at them.
What about you? Did you do any cooking in a kitchen at some point professionally?
No, never.
Never.
Just learned on the job. Cooking for myself. It's a full-time job, keeping yourself fed,
It's funny because when I used to work in the kitchen, I actually didn't cook at home at all. I just cooked
Would
it.
they feed you at the kitchen though? Because
I
that's
mean,
always handy.
yeah, you would cook your own meal before you would start your shift.
Okay.
But as I was always working in the evening, I would hardly cook for myself. So this is the boring part. This is where you're chopping all of these tomatoes up.
Chopping all of those unnecessary tomatoes.
Could be 2, could be 4, however much you want.
You might have some leftover salsa. Is that about?
Could we do 3 tomatoes because ours were quite
That is
big?
4, isn't it?
No, it's 3. Yeah, no, it's 4. No, it's definitely.
Let's stop there. I thought you'd. I thought that was the 4th.
Yeah, 4 is 4.
All right, it's 3. 3.
Red onion.
Now. A red onion.
How much of it? I don't like my board to be so wet.
You don't want to put that wetness in the
So we're just gonna.
salsa.
There we go.
Rinsed board.
Rinse the board a little bit. This is just going well. By the way, don't check on your Spanish rice.
Just leave it.
Just leave it be. I mean, you can look and see if your oven is hot, because the worst thing you want that can happen is that you forgot to turn your oven on.
You just put the fan on and nothing else.
You just want that to sort of do its thing and keep all that moisture in. Mm-hmm. We're gonna chop half a red onion. Mm-hmm. But this is a big red onion, so if you have a small one, maybe you want to put a whole one in.
You do you. Yeah, I feel that's one of the secrets of rice, actually, is just to keep it covered. Mm-hmm. But that really relies on having, like, especially when I'm doing it on the hob, on having a good pan so it doesn't burn and stick to the bottom.
Absolutely.
So it's often a question of equipment, and really everyone should just get a rice cooker and then it's perfect rice every time.
It's true.
Yeah.
So this one we do actually need to chop a little bit more finely.
Okay.
Because it's going to be not cooked. It's just going to be exactly this way, you know?
You know how you just did that? You cut across and your knife did not stick to the onion. Like, you would bring it up and the onion all stayed in a nice line. Is that because of your knife or your technique?
I'm just like not cutting it all the way across. Like it's still stuck here at the end.
I see.
So by the end I'm going to have to throw this a little bit away, or I'm going to cook it.
Gotcha.
Cut it over here. And then you really want to slice through it. Nice thin, tiny little pieces.
Beautiful.
Oh, this is going to be such a nice salsa, Grace.
Can't wait.
Even half an onion is already quite a bit.
It's amazing, you know.
It's amazing how you never know what kind of ingredients, how many you're actually using.
Quantities is a mystery.
So
the onion is in with the tomato.
That's actually quite all right.
Yeah.
What else do we want to chop? We want to chop one of these chilies. You remember how we still had these left?
Yes, hopefully you do too.
So we're going to chop it in the middle, like that. And then we're going to chop it in the middle again.
Oh.
You know? Because then, if we chop it, we get tiny little pieces again.
Ah, so that you kind of quartered it and then you go across.
Absolutely. Because everything in this salsa, you want it to be nicely chopped up.
Yeah.
Now I'm heading towards these seeds. I don't want to have all these seeds there. It doesn't need to be that spicy.
But is there a few seeds that you're chucking in there?
Yeah, it doesn't really matter so much. What else goes in the salsa? These?
Sure. Did they?
I love it in this all question format. As if you came up with this dish.
I remember you mentioning them at some point, but I can't remember at all when you said they were.
So we have 3. Let's see how many we're going to need.
We definitely said 2 in the intro video.
Really?
Yeah.
What am I doing with 3 of these units?
I think they burst another one in the interim.
I think maybe we're going to use 2. I'm not 100% sure, but I think
we should use 2 because that's how many we told people to get.
Okay. I will do this. No worries. Don't worry. So I'm just cutting out these little white bits so that we only have this nice little red stuff left. And yet again, we want it to... Oh, this is going to be way too much.
These strips.
2.
Way too much? So just 1?
Let's see.
I'm going to put so much text in that intro video correcting what you say.
Oh, man. Also, the amount of salsa that we'll be having left is...
Hope you like salsa, guys.
Like this we're going to have on... Oh, look at this situation.
What's happening? Is it good?
Yeah, this is just your chili sauce.
Yeah, that looks amazing. Oh, it smells good too. It smells spicy.
That's good. This is going just fine. This is a bit too much.
I mean, there's definitely something to be said for maybe doing the cook along first and then filming the ingredients video afterwards.
I'd say it makes people's lives a bit easier.
Yeah, although usually they wouldn't have the ingredients left to show on camera.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was thinking earlier.
So we've cut the pepper into fine cubes.
Yes.
We're doing thin slices and then slicing across.
Look at these beautiful little cubes.
You make it look so easy.
We throw them in there.
Chuck them in.
I'd say 1 is maybe enough.
Okay, ignore that other pepper. It's just going to get chucked out.
Well, let's at least use these leftovers over here.
Oh, that's very good and waste-free of you.
Exactly. So you've been outside today.
I sure have.
Was it cold?
It's very cold. We've got -5 today here in Berlin.
Yuck.
Disgusting. But I feel like even though this isn't your classic kind of hearty winter dish, it makes us feel like we're in the height of summer, and that's very nice.
I feel like a burrito is wintry.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like so much food, you know?
That's true.
It's like beans and like baked rice.
I feel if we topped it all with cheese and put it under the grill, then it would be winter.
There's not going to be any cheese in this, unfortunately. All right, so this is done. Now, as I said in this introductory video,
The very informative and completely correct introductory video.
you would normally like put all these ingredients separately in a burrito, but I'm going to chuck everything together. So just going to quickly throw the moisture out of these corn.
Rinsing our sweet corn.
There we go. A little tin. A tin. How much is in this tin?
Just a little tin.
100 grams.
It's all
We're
going
just
in.
going to chuck it all in.
Nice.
This is not what you would normally put in the salsa,
No.
but because we want it in the burrito, why not just chuck it in there?
Exactly. You're going to be combining it all anyway. Save yourself on bowls.
Jalapenos.
Very nice.
There we go.
Good tip there to open your new jalapeno jar.
Exactly.
Tap it on the side.
Something like this.
Yeah, is it important to keep liquid in there to preserve the ones that you leave behind? I never really know.
I think so. You have to leave some of it in.
Yeah.
But let's get this out.
So we're going in with a fork. Good. Yes, please.
They're quite spicy.
Well, they are.
Why did we do this?
Where are those chips?
Oh,
Oh, it's good though. Burns real good.
I might have to hiccup in a moment.
That's actually not allowed on camera.
I get a quite strong reaction to this.
We need those corn chips. Quickly. Emergency snack.
Why did we do this? This is such a bad idea.
I just follow your lead.
Oh. There we go. This is for in between.
That will help.
Whoa.
Out.
I'm going to turn these down a little bit because it's going a bit too fast.
We've got about 2 tablespoons, a tablespoon and a half of pickled jalapenos there. Let me move that for you.
Thank you.
And we're going to
Coarsely chop this.
coarsely chop them. Ooh, they're good chips.
Throw them in. Then the saddest bunch of, there it is.
Oh, it's got even sadder.
We want a little bit of this in the salsa as well. So let's say maybe something like this.
Looks good. We will be using some more in other things.
We got our roommate to say hello to.
Yay! I love flatmate appearances.
Hello, flatmate.
Hi!
2 flatmates.
Hi! I wasn't quick enough with the gimbal. Missed them.
So
There
we
goes.
chop this in.
Chop some of your hand in as well.
And now we're going to start by... Is this enough stuff in there? Yeah, it is.
I think
Jesus, we don't need more stuff
Yeah,
in there.
right?
This is already too much.
chuck a few tortilla crisps in.
Now we're going to put some spices in there. We're going to definitely put some lime
So
in.
that other half of the half lime,
Yeah.
that's now going in there.
Then we're going to use some more.
And the other half, the full half.
I'm so glad you're counting.
So that's 1.5 lime juices.
Let me get this closer.
This is more mental work than I'm used to.
I know,
Put
I
them to
know.
the test.
We're going to use some cumin.
Nice.
Love some cumin.
Love a bit of cumin.
I'd say a teaspoon.
Chuck it in.
Teaspoon and a half.
I don't really know what your shovel is. I think 2 of your shovels is 1 teaspoon.
Yeah, but this was like a... Okay,
A
fair.
huge
That's fair.
shovels, yeah.
Some smoked paprika.
Mm-hmm.
Some smoked paprika.
Great flavour. Sorry for my eating noises.
I'd say also 1 teaspoon. Maybe a little bit more. It's so
Colours.
good.
It's beautiful.
And then... Oh, what are we going to put in there? Some salt and pepper, obviously. But some cayenne pepper, of course. Where is it? Where is it, Grace?
Searching for the cayenne. Here.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I was useful.
So we put 1 teaspoon of that in there as well. And now some salt and pepper.
That was only one shovel though.
Yeah, but it's like it was a good shovel.
Okay.
A good shovel. Bunch of pepper.
Pepper it up.
A bunch of salt. And then, of course, some olive oil. 3 tablespoons.
3 tablespoons?
Yeah.
You're going to just eyeball it, but no exactly.
3 tablespoons.
Say it again with confidence.
With more
That was
confidence.
3
And we're going to stir this all up. And then you can dip your chips in that.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Well, you have to wait just a tiny little bit.
Okay, fine. Beautiful.
There we go. You dip that in there.
Dip in there right now.
Tiny bit of Tabasco.
Oh yeah.
6-7 dabbles of Tabasco.
6 or 7 dabbles, adorable. I love that as a new.
Is that not a thing?
A dabble, sure.
What is it? Is it nice?
It's really good. Oh yeah.
No. It's going to be the fresh bit in our. Then we've done this. Let's get all of this out of the way. Always work nice and clean, ladies and gentlemen.
Is this what you want
Make
to
a
do,
mess.
or is this just for camera?
No, this is. I don't like to. I don't like to make a mess. We're going to make some guacamole.
Yeah.
Okay. Some guacamole. We need another bowl type situation. What about this one over here?
Situation. It's a good bowl.
And we're going to do it with 4 avocados.
It's going to be a lot of avocado again.
Well, the thing is with these avocados, I didn't know what they were going to be on the market. Like I touched all of them. Corona
And then
proof.
touched other people's faces.
Basically.
And then touched your own face. Yeah.
And they're literally all too soft. So we're going to crack them open.
See what happens.
See what happens.
You just never know.
You ready for this one?
So ready.
All the while, this is going great. You're surprised.
Everything or just the sauce? I'd say everything.
No, let's just say the sauce.
Oh yeah.
You want to do the big reveal?
Moment of truth, yeah. Here we go.
It's so annoying with these avocados. You never know. Oh, it's all right. That's all right.
Yes, yeah.
Also, it doesn't matter so much for the guacamole, right?
Yeah.
Like it's
True.
they can be a bit.
Ooh.
No, this one
Less
looks a little
good.
bit less good, but we can still use it.
Yeah. You know, people at home are probably having the same issues right now.
Yeah, probably. No, it's all right.
Pretty good.
It's all right.
This is very exciting.
It's like opening your Kinder egg or whatever it is. See what's inside.
Those prizes just got worse and worse as we got older, I felt.
Oh, this one, I don't like this one.
No, that one's not.
This one I'm gonna...
Chuck it immediately.
So, grab your bonus avocado
Hey.
that you had.
So prepared.
So prepared. You never know. Grab your bonus avocado. Have a look.
Okay.
Oy.
That's... Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
I'd say this one I'm not entirely sure about. Actually,
That's a nice little trick for getting your stone out.
yeah, just be
Hack it.
just be careful,
Yeah, definitely be careful.
because it's not good for your little hands. I don't know if we're gonna use this one.
And here we have a little avocado plant actually starting to grow.
It is starting to grow,
Yeah,
tiny little bit.
only a little bit.
Well, if that didn't work, you just always have an extra avocado.
Which one?
Hey.
You decided that one's no good.
This one is no good.
So in the end, we've got 3 workable avocados.
Yeah.
But
So
we had to crack a few
now
eggs.
we want to sort of do this like this.
Score it.
Score it, and then score it again.
Nice.
And then basically that makes sure that we can just like sort of squeeze them in,
Oh, you squeeze it. That's very easy.
right?
Very good. I like that technique. We're going to do that with all of them.
Yeah, so in the meantime, what are we going to talk about?
We're going to talk about how often you cook and what your sort of favourite things are to cook.
I like curries. I like to make curries
Yeah.
and soups and those kind of stuff. So obviously that's what we're making today.
Exactly. I can come back to you and you can make us a curry next time. How about that?
Let's see how this is.
Woo! Steamy rice.
I think this is going well.
I mean, we have nothing to base that on.
No, I mean, this is going to be another reveal. I'm going to open the window here a little bit.
I think it's going well. So what sort of curries do you do? Because you're eating completely vegan at the moment, or predominantly vegan?
Predominantly vegan.
Yeah.
Predominantly vegan. It's like if there is a pizza here and there with some nice mozzarella cheese, then
you're not going to say no.
I'm not going to say no, but predominantly vegan, yeah. Because for the animals, you know?
Absolutely.
They get like...
they have a pretty hard time of it.
They do have a pretty hard time with it.
And how did you find that transition into vegan life?
Pretty easy. Well, vegetarian I found relatively easy.
Yeah.
The vegan stuff, no cheese, no butter, no milky things, no creme fraiche, no mayonnaise, no eggs. I don't know. There's a lot of things there.
Yeah. I feel like with a vegetarian diet, you just change the sorts of things that you eat, but with a vegan diet, you have to find substitutes for so many things.
I mean, there is so many substitutes nowadays, so
that's true.
Don't need to worry about that too much.
Good time to be a vegan.
How long are we at?
We are on... Well, it's hard to say because I started recording a little bit before we actually started.
Half an hour?
But we're on about 40 minutes.
Jesus Christ! Oh, I better get cracking with all this.
It's totally fine. On exactly the hour mark is when the rice is going to be ready, because I took a look. You've probably set a timer as well. But, so if we are coming up to being finished when the rice is finished, that's absolutely perfect timing.
Awesome.
And if we're not, frankly, doesn't matter. It takes as long as it takes. People are taking the time to cook. That's what it's all about.
So this is done.
Squeezed in.
Squeezed all in.
Looking very good.
We're going to use that other half of the red one.
Here it is.
The red onion is what that is called.
The red one.
Throw that in there.
How am I going to prep that?
Have you ever bungee jumped?
I have not.
No?
I skydived, but I
more impressive.
I don't know. I found the prospect of bungee jumping. Did you just ask that as like a, what are we going to talk about now? Have you ever bungee jumped?
Basically. Is that not a good question?
It's a great question.
Right,
it just dawned on me that that's what you were doing. I hadn't realised.
Good. That's exactly what a conversation should be like.
I thought it related.
He's genuinely interested.
I thought it related in some way to something you were going to say, but not at all. Yeah, no, I was in New Zealand in my late teens, and they are all about the high adrenaline sports. And I really, really wanted to skydive, and we did it, and it was amazing. But bungee jumping was scarier for me, so I didn't do it. My friend did, but I didn't.
Yeah, it is kind of insane, isn't it?
Yeah, I think you're not strapped, with skydiving, you're strapped to someone if you're just an amateur doing it. And you don't have to make the decision to jump yourself, whereas with bungee jumping you do. With skydiving, you're basically pushed out of the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Have you done it? You bungee jumped?
I have, yeah.
Sorry, we should say we've added the finely chopped onion to the bowl, and we've added a good amount of salt and pepper.
I'd say so.
It all up.
And then, where's that sad looking? There we go.
It's back in the picture.
We're going to chop some more of that sad looking coriander.
Mm-hmm.
This coriander is working hard, It's been frozen to death. It's trying to give life, and purpose. And we're going to make sure that it's...
We're honouring it.
Exactly.
Even its memory, if it's already half dead. So we're chopping this up roughly.
Yeah, it's so not too crazy.
No.
There we go.
This is the green element to an otherwise quite red dish.
I'd say so.
Yeah. Do you find your cooking habits have changed since coming to Germany, depending on what you can get and what you can't?
2 dollops of vegan mayonnaise.
2 dollops. You used a teaspoon there, didn't you? So 2 heaped teaspoons of vegan mayo, if you're using, or you might be using creme fraiche or cream cheese or whatever you like.
And then lime.
And a lime.
A lime. Like half a lime.
Half a lime. He lies.
Yeah.
He limes.
I do lie quite often, actually.
Yeah. I'm just realising this about you, Wouter.
And then we're going to chop this all, or whirl this around with
it together.
Forky situation. My eating habits have
so
not...
compared to what you would cook or eat in the Netherlands, is it kind of the same? I find I cook completely different things here because I can't get a hold of what I used to cook in the UK.
But does that mean you automatically cook more German?
Not necessarily. Honestly, it probably means I cook more seasonally, which is no bad thing. But in the UK, you can get anything, even extremely exotic ingredients, all of the time.
Dip your chips in there, because this one is done again.
Guac is done, everybody.
Then, what are we gonna do? Maybe...
Oh, it's good.
Is it good?
It's great.
You happy?
I'm very happy.
Let's see.
What do you think?
No, that's really tasty.
Yeah.
Dump your bowl with excessive foods. Okay, shall we do chili sauce first?
What about your beans? What's happening to them?
Okay, well let's do the beans then. Jesus. That's just making suggestions.
Well, you told me, I'm just trying to catch you out on the lies again, that we weren't going to touch the chili sauce until the very end.
We're gonna, this is true. You're gonna make sure that I don't lie anymore.
Yeah, gotta keeping a close eye on you.
So we're pouring out a can of beans.
Draining our kidney beans.
Now you could, listen, you could just put these beans in your burrito and they'll be perfectly fine.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Because it was with Georgia, nonetheless, that we had a discussion about this.
Really?
About how, because when you drain them, it gets all frothy. Surely that stuff isn't good to eat.
No, I mean like what we're gonna do now with them
I see.
is like quite
I thought
fancy.
You were saying you don't have to drain your kidney beans.
No, you definitely do need to drain your kidney
it's
beans.
It's less interesting.
So we're gonna put these in a pan.
Hopefully your pan is also within stretching distance.
Or you just have incredibly long arms, like I do.
That was amazing, actually. I wish I had been filming more of the
So
pan with your arms.
we're just gonna put a bunch of these things in the pan.
So we've got our beans in the pan, our miso paste.
It's coming out right now.
What kind of texture is miso paste? No, pasty, I guess.
Yeah, it's like a peanut buttery kind of a situation.
Oh, cat food kind of a situation.
Kind of food situation. We're gonna just use a firm.
A very heaped teaspoon.
On the basis of your looks, I'm gonna.
Oh no, no! Do as much as you think it needs.
So like a teaspoon.
A heaped teaspoon, yeah.
Put that in there. We're gonna put this to the side. This again.
I'm really struggling not to eat all the guac and stuff.
Go! I mean, look how much of there is there. It's too much. We're gonna put 2 teaspoons of soy sauce. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Thanks,
I'll do it away.
Are you even trying to do it with the other hand? No.
There we go. Well,
1
just a little bit more.
and 2. No lies here. Oh, lies. 3. 3 teaspoons.
I don't know what I'm doing here, guys. I'm just like saying like, oh, this is a nice texture. And what I really like is a little bit of oyster sauce.
Oyster sauce. Now, surely, wait, how much you put in there?
Like another teaspoon.
Okay.
Teaspoon and a half.
Surely oyster sauce isn't vegan, is it?
I would like you to not mention that too much. Especially not when we're live cooking. Like, this could have been a thing already back in the ingredients list, and now you're going to bombard me with this? Ridiculous.
It only occurred to me.
I actually don't know. No, probably it isn't, though. Don't put oyster sauce in your vegan burritos.
It's because we had literally just talked about the vegan stuff as well. Oh, now the liquid smoke.
Yeah. So this stuff is deadly, right? It's like, it's really dangerous. Yeah, go for it.
Whoa. That is an intense smell.
That is an intense smell. So we only want the tiniest of bits on there.
Okay.
Like, I'd say half of this. Right? Half of this.
So how are you going to
Like that.
drizzle it? I see. So half a teaspoon.
Half a teaspoon, and we need to get rid of this, not put it on our clothes.
Wow. It's intense. How do people make liquid smoke? I want to know, what is the science behind that?
I'm gonna put a couple of drabbles of...
Dabbles, please.
What did I say?
Dabbles last time, so we don't do that again. Or you said dribbles. No, you said dabbles.
And maybe a tiny bit of water just to make sure that it's sort of...
Mushes up a bit.
Yeah, because it's all right if it steams out a little bit.
Okay.
And we're going to turn it on.
What sort of temp are you going to put that on?
Heat for now, so that it heats up quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But then we're going to turn it lower when
Once
it actually...
hot.
So we're just going to sort of mix this all together. You can see it's a nice sort of dark little sauce over here.
Very nice dark little sauce. Very flavorful sauce. That's going to be amazing.
Then we're going to do our tempeh.
It's all the fish in it.
Oh,
The best lie yet, I think.
that was a pretty good line. It's all vegan. Oh wait. Well, you can from that you can basically notice that I haven't been a vegan for so long.
Yeah.
Also,
Oysters.
we're constantly in the store, and I'm constantly taking things or ordering things that clearly have cheese in them. I'm just.
It's a learning process, you know?
So we got our
When we make
tempeh.
mistakes, we take the tempeh.
We're
and
gonna
we
fry the
change about
tempeh.
this. Look at that.
I don't know why there's one strip that's loose.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Can I touch it? Weird. So are those like beans that are all pressed together?
Does
Does it smell of anything?
put a tiny bit
No.
of.
A little bit of honey.
Yeah, or sugar. I'd say two teaspoons.
We'll put that in the list. It's fine.
So this is it. This is doing its thing. This is doing its thing. This is going to be our meat replacement. Like on top of the oysters, we've now got like some other. So we're just going to cut some strips of it, and eventually we're going to turn them into little blocks.
This is what I like about meat replacement is that they come in very satisfying shapes that are really easy to keep, you know?
Absolutely.
Not like a chicken. It's a weird shape. It's so hard to keep.
It is a weird shape.
It's almost like it wasn't made to be cut up.
And this I'm going to put over here for a little bit.
So we're still keeping that on the heat, but you're just
Just moving it to the other
rearranging.
side.
What was that sound?
That's the induction, the kit.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's pretty space age.
It definitely is space age. Okay, so how are we doing? Are we doing well?
We're doing great. Your rice, by my count, will be ready in 4 minutes.
It smells really good.
I'm excited about that. That is a crazy sound.
Isn't it? Put some oil in your pan. This is going too fast. Now things are going to get...
Oh, it's getting frantic. So you are using what kind of oil in there?
Just some oil that's not olive oil.
Okay, so you could use rapeseed, canola,
You could
sunflower.
You could even use olive oil if you want,
could
but
even use olive oil.
I find olive oil has just a bit too much of a flavor to it.
Yeah. So we're cubing up the tempeh.
Mm-hmm.
There's some frantic bubbling going on in your stoves right now.
Yeah, that's fine because it's like quite it's quite liquid at the
Yeah.
moment. So I want it to be a bit more like sugary, syrupy.
Yeah, nice. It's all looking very good, Wouter.
Awesome.
I'm extremely hungry.
Are you actually?
Yeah.
Eat some more of those
I always
chips.
get to this point, I'm like, oh,
So we're gonna throw these in here.
nice. The oil should be slightly sizzling when you pop them in.
Exactly. And we're just gonna fry these. I mean, that's basically what we're gonna be doing. This over here, this is going well. Like this just needs to get a little bit more syrupy, but it's doing its job.
So
Maybe-
with all the flavour that's in everything else, we don't, I suppose, really need to add any extra flavour to the tempeh. That's just going to be the,
Maybe some salt and pepper.
yeah,
Maybe
mainly
some
going to be there
salt
for
and
texture
No.
and a bit of protein, I suppose.
Bit of protein for sure.
Yeah.
Then let's go to our chili sauce. Come on.
Yeah.
I feel now it's time to do our chili sauce
because that is indeed the last thing. So you've not lied.
this is all going. Let me think. This is going. This is going.
Ready.
These are ready. We're going to need our blender again, so let's quickly do this.
I'm going to toss the tempeh.
Yes, please. It doesn't need to be that clean because we're going to use the same ingredients
Yes.
from last time.
Very true.
Bring back the thing that you just put away. Remember when I said, oh, you put it away. No, you need it again.
To be fair, we also needed that space, I feel, while it was away.
I'd say so. There we go. Put the blender up. And you got this lovely steamed up situation.
Richly infused. Get this
You
smell.
want to get a good smell? Because it's...
Oh wow. Oh yeah. That smells powerful actually. It's going to be spicy, I think.
It is spicy.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be. It's a chili sauce.
If you've got to this point and you're like, wait, but I hate spice.
Then something
you're in
went wrong.
trouble.
So this is all going well. I'm just going to put this up. I put a little bit, put not enough oil in there.
Yeah, so if you start seeing that your pan's a bit too dry, you can also add a bit more oil. So according to my watch, that rice has now had 45 minutes exactly.
Oh, that's so scary, isn't it?
Was it?
Like you have no idea how it's going to turn out every time.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what happens.
Okay, let's do it.
Reveal!
45 minutes, it has been?
Yeah.
Turn this off. I need another one of these.
Another towel. It smells good. Wow. Oh my god. What if it's just a whole roast chicken when you take that off?
Be careful when you do this because there's a
Yeah.
lot of heat coming up. Ooh, ow,
There it is.
god damn it.
You want to run it under cold water?
No, I think I'm good.
Yourself?
Ooh-wee.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Look at those perfect holes. I feel the holes are what you want.
There we go.
Wow.
So you stir this up a little bit. And we're going to chop some coriander through it.
Oh, that looks beautiful. Now I realise it is going to be scorchingly hot.
Yes.
Do you try the rice to check that it's cooked through, or
Definitely.
do you just trust?
No, definitely.
Okay.
Ooh, this is done. Gonna quickly.
Beans are coming off the heat.
Beans are coming off the heat. Pour some extra water in
A
there.
little bit more liquid. Show people what it's looking like. Very nice. I'm not going to show Wouter burning his mouth just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna put them in the oven for 10 more minutes,
Okay.
but without the lid on.
Okay. Help some of that extra moisture evaporate.
Definitely.
So you can try your rice. Your oven might have behaved a little bit differently, and it might already be done, or it might need a little bit longer.
There you go.
Try it and see.
This over here. Gonna turn back on the heat again. This is almost ready.
Tempeh's looking great. Does it get nice and crispy?
It does.
That's what you want. Can I try a bit?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Bit of salt on there.
Oh yeah. It's almost
Like a nutty kind of a.
it's like a chestnut.
Mm-hmm.
That's really nice. Yeah, it's just like chestnuts.
Right? I think these are basically done. This one can go a little bit
A
longer.
little bit longer.
Let's check out our chili sauce.
Yeah. I'm going to be sure to film your face as you try that. It's fumey.
It is definitely spicy.
Yeah, confirmed.
Well, let's see.
Here we go.
Big spoon?
Take an entire big spoon.
Oh man,
Love how you're blowing on it. Oh no, it is hot.
it's really hot
As you
actually.
were.
It's warm.
Just the right amount of heat, or have we made something lethal?
What I would like to do there is add a tiny bit of vinegar.
Okay, what kind of vinegar are you putting in there?
Just some casual vinegar.
Casual vinegar.
What, like, I don't know, how do you call brandwijn?
Huh?
I don't know, how do you call, like, regular household vinegar?
Yeah, look at it.
White vinegar? It's not white wine vinegar, is it?
Oh yeah, I never really know what kind of vinegar this is. It's the type they use in Germany, just as regular. What do we call that?
I think so.
White wine vinegar would work just as well. So I think we probably put actually about 2 tablespoons of vinegar.
2 tablespoons of that,
Yeah.
and a little bit of lime juice.
About half a lime.
I'd say so. I'm really glad that you're keeping track, because who is at this point? Who is at this point?
I'm not quite sure how well I'm keeping track.
Okay, but this is all ready for
Going together.
assembly. So we're gonna just put these over here,
Oh yeah.
ready for assembly.
I'll
This
get
over
a snack
here
today.
is ready.
A bit more space.
You know, just clean this kitchen up a little bit. Put everything on nice little plates before your assembly is going to start.
Very
Here's
nice
your
little bowls and plates.
miso beans.
Oh,
Look at them.
they are going to pack a punch of flavour. I can tell. I'm going to steal one. Oh wow,
Right?
they are great. Mm. Mhm. Hot. Careful.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's some left in the pan, Wouter.
Is that really?
Yeah.
No, I'm actually just getting ready to assemble everything.
Okay.
But for that,
The massive tortillas.
this is the moment you
It's like, what do we do with those?
get out your tortilla situation. These are so big.
It's so big.
Like, what the hell? The reason why I bought these is because every time I'm making burritos, your burritos are always too small.
It's true.
They're always too small.
And when you said, I think this was off camera, but you were like, you could always cut them in half.
Absolutely.
Thinking that's actually how burritos are usually served to me anyway.
Oh, they're beautiful.
They look gorgeous.
We're gonna chuck these in the oven.
They are bigger than a face.
For this, I need something. I'll be right back. Namely, an oven tray, which we
Go
normally
to
keep
your
in the other
separate
room.
to fetch your oven tray.
Just
Kitchen utility room.
throw this in. We're gonna chop or throw 2 of these units in, and they just need to be a bit warm. That's all they need to be.
Warming them up. Oh yeah, I want to try some of your kombucha. Kombucha.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say it?
You want a glass of that?
I would love a glass of
A
that.
glass of kombucha. It's in the fridge.
Looks delicious.
The new one is actually right over here. The new one is waiting in this
Oh.
jar over there.
It has to be in the dark.
It has to be in the dark, yeah. And then
Why does it need to be?
I don't know. The SCOBY doesn't like light.
Vampire Scooby. Scooby Doo. No, it doesn't work.
All right, there you go.
Thank you so much. I'm very intrigued.
Could be slightly alcoholic.
Yeah, she's saying she thinks it might be fermented.
I don't know actually at the moment.
Oh, it's very good. It's delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Let's get wasted.
Let's chop some of the sad-looking coriander
Yeah, let's give it its final chop.
because there's not a lot much left of it anymore.
No. I find stalks are kind of okay to use with coriander too.
Mm. just to give it a
And
nice
that's going to go
little...
through the rice, is it?
This is, we're going to just pour it over the end result
Okay.
of our burrito.
But you said that you were going to stir some through the rice.
We'll have some.
Okay.
We'll have some
Keep an
left.
eye on you, you know? That's what you said.
Well, it's okay. I'm going to have a look over here.
Yeah.
Are these already warm? Yes, they're warm. That's nice. Oh, they
Fortunately,
smell
they
so
do
good.
fit on your nice big chopping board.
But let's see about this rice
Yeah, the rice
situation.
has had about 10 minutes now.
Okay,
That's looking great.
I'd say it's still a bit too wet for my taste.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Needs a little bit longer.
What do you do in these situations?
We could start assembling, or does the rice go first?
We could start assembling. Why
Start
not?
assembling and pop the rice on last.
Okay.
Obviously, at home you can wait. at
Wait,
this point.
but for the
Your
point
rice
of this
also-
video-
for the purpose of the video, and to tie things up, wrap things up, tie things together. We're going to watch
Let's put an
Wouter
actual plate.
try to prep this massive tortilla. Slam.
What first?
What first?
Maybe some guacamole?
Yeah, I feel like it's good to start with guac because then things can stick to it, right?
Got some guaci situation over here.
Oh yeah.
Always too much. And we're gonna make a nice sort of a line.
Like you're planting a field.
Thanks, Grace.
Right.
Then some of these units, the tempeh.
The temper cubes. I like your wooden cutlery tray.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might get myself one of those. Very nice.
And you also always have to put one in your
You
mouth.
have to eat one for every 6
Mhm.
you put down. I'm going to do the same.
Take some of your miso beans.
Beautiful.
Look at these colors.
Such colours.
Such colors.
Such colours. You're going to have a lot of tortilla to wrap this in. Although that's probably what you want.
You're way too much salsa.
Mm-hmm. That you're going to be eating for weeks.
This is going to be something you're going to be eating with your chips for the rest of your
Yes.
life.
For the rest of your life.
Just put some of that stuff on there.
Chuck it on.
And then we're going to put that wet rice on there.
Put the wet rice on. We might put it back in the oven afterwards, but just
Yeah, I think so.
for the purposes of showing you how to serve.
Ooh!
Ooh.
Yeah, I think if this was in the oven for maybe another 5 or 10 minutes, then we would have the perfect sort of...
Okay, let's stir it and show people what kind of consistency it's at now. Right, so you're wanting it a bit drier than this.
I'd say a little bit drier.
Yeah.
And so you can achieve that by getting the aluminium foil off.
Yeah.
And
So if yours is looking like this,
it's actually...
wait
yeah.
here. I know you're probably really hungry, but it'll be worth it. Pop it back in the oven for about 5 more minutes. And it'll be a treat. But we're going with it.
Stir this situation through it.
Throw the coriander through.
Oh, it smells so good.
Smells amazing.
Long arms.
Cross
again?
your arms over. And spoon it on. Oh yes. Yeah, I'm not waiting for that rice to be done.
You sure?
I think it's great. I'm too hungry.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Well, now you want a little bit of an extra lime. An extra lime that I told you before to get.
Yes.
Like there's so many
better
limes
have
in
it.
this fridge. You want a tiny
Squeeze it on.
little squeeze of that. And then,
I almost forgot.
exactly.
You're gonna want to be careful with this bit though, right?
It is, this one is
Powerful.
a bit hot, but it's, I don't know, like, it's quite tasty. You know, a little bit like this.
That's so beautiful.
What do you think, a little bit
What a
more?
beautiful thing. Is this for me?
Yep.
Probably stop there.
And as I said, this is a nice thing that you could put in.
Pretty much anything. Yeah, now how do you approach the construction of this?
Knife and fork?
Just like that. You just leave it sitting on top of the bread.
No, you would try and put the sides up.
Mm-hmm.
And then try to sort of...
This is when you're very happy. It's almost not big enough, your tortilla.
And there we go.
It's beautiful.
Get your hands in there. Oh my God. Grace, what the fuck? This is not how you do this.
I'm enjoying this immensely.
It's so wet.
Ta-da!
I'd say it's all right.
I think that looks... I mean, it's wrapped. Incredible. And that's that.
No, we're going to chop it.
Are we going to chop it?
Yeah, of course.
And then serve them side by side? Oh, yeah.
Right? Because we want to see all these beautiful little layers.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Oh, this. You know
Oh,
what I
bay
ain't done?
leaf. You probably want to take the bay leaves out. Do as we say, not as we do.
Look at these units.
Wow.
That's what we want.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that looks amazing.
So this is something we can
that
eat.
actually looks genuinely nice.
Right?
Yeah. Well, I'm salivating. I have been for about half an hour now, so I'm very excited to sit down and eat this.
Let's
eat
eat the food.
Ready. Let's eat the food. Thank you so much, Wouter. Hope yours at home comes out looking just as good. Guten Appetit, everyone, and see you for another dish next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.